Okay, so Gareth, I think we're going to have to start this video with an apology to all of our viewers, because you're going to have to get your WD-40 out and spray it on them wallets of yours, guys, because I think you're probably going to spend some money after this. Dear God, I'm almost afraid to open the box on this one, because it's this is obviously kicking off Dust for us. We're going to be starting to go to town on Dust, and with this unboxing we're looking at Der Blitz, or Der Adler, or it is an optional upgrade figure which turns it into Laser Blitz.
Laser Blitz.
It is, of course, an aircraft for the Axis in Dust, and where do you get a load of this? Oh my goodness. Right, so let's crack open the box. In the box, you get your card with all the stats on it and a flying base, and then you get the actual components, and they come in this plastic tray. As you will see, it's all pre-assembled and pre-base coated, which is a huge draw to this game for myself. And Lloyd in particular. Anybody that has a kind of like a lack of time in your life, you are going to look at this and go, oh boy. So it comes straight out of the box, pretty much almost ready to go. There are some components such as this one, which are fitted to the base like that. You have this component here, which I believe is in the same area, is it, or where does this one go?
Yeah. So this bit always attaches.
Yeah. So we'll put that.
That bit always attaches. So that gives you the choice of going for your missile option.
Yep.
Or your laser option. And then if you're going for your laser option, you fix that bad boy. Will go into there, onto that peg there. Once you put your lasers in.
Yeah.
So that's your laser cowling, as it were.
Yeah. So it goes on. Gotcha. Like that. Here are the laser. These are the laser weapons here. Yeah.
Yep.
So they fit on like that. Yeah.
Yep. You push on. You know. They don't clip, so they can easily come across. So
does that mean is it easy enough to swap out the different weapon options and stuff on this?
Yeah. So if you want your one plane to do both weapon options, it's a nice fit. So it just pushes in, and then you can easily pull it apart again.
Yeah.
And then fix and play for the next time.
So there's the laser options. Let me show you some of the detail on this. But before that, there are rockets as well. So you can run with this is the Der Blitz option, is it? With when it runs the rockets. So let me put those on. So as you can see, here's the rocket options. And then in the top, let me start showing you some of the details. So first up, you have the cockpit. So, and in the cockpit, we have a pilot who just sits nicely in there. There is also a cover for the cockpit, which I have set down in the other plastic piece.
I've got it.
And it was sensible enough to be taped in so as you don't lose it. So once you're finished painting, you can just pop your cockpit canopy on like that.
The great thing is with the canopy, it's not one piece. The plastic itself is separate, so you can gently ease that out, and then.
Oh wow!
So
yes,
you can paint the rim, and then fix the canopy back in place, so you haven't put any paint marks on it or finger marks, and it clicks into place. So you don't have to glue it down. So you don't have any of that frosting coming across when you use super glue.
When you use super glue on a clear plastic. So the grey part will separate from the clear plastic, allowing you to paint that while you're painting the rest of the vehicle. And then you clip it all together and plop it on. The details on it are beautiful. You know, it's the lovely rivet marks. You know, lots of lines where if you're going to try... I would say use an airbrush on this, and if you try pre-shading, you would pre-shade for black, for example, just across all those lines, and then put your translucent large coats over
Yep.
the top of it, bring it all up, and it'll give you just this beautiful weathered effect. At the front, you have your jet engine intakes along with your machine guns, and then they travel all along the body of the aircraft. And then at the rear, you have your jets, the outlets along with that. Really, really nice tail design there. It's a cracking wee piece of design. Underneath, you have your landing skids, and you have landing skids also on the side of the craft. It's kind of based on the flying wing.
It is based on the Horton flying wing, and then, as we call it, we dustified it.
Yeah. The other thing about it is it's a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing craft, I would imagine, because it has on the underside here. It also has jet thrusters for basically straight up and straight down. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. And again, for me, the beauty of this is, you lift it out of the box, you're playing with it immediately.
Yep.
Should you never touch that with a piece of paint, that's going to be fine. You quite happily play a game with that until such times as you have the time to. You could go two routes. You could go the route of using an airbrush and doing some pre-shading and stuff. Or if you wanted, just pick out a paintbrush and either weather it, or just pick out some details and then hit it with some weathering sprays, and you're done. Or you could dry brush it. There's more than enough detail on that it will take a dry brush really nicely. Also in there are the stat cards. So now I want to find out a little bit about what it does in game, guys. So if you can take us through this and kind of describe to us what we can do with it.
Okay, so let's leave them separately for the side. So basically what we have is your two basic variants to start off with. So you've got your Adler, which is the missile variant.
Yeah.
He basically is there to take out enemy mechs.
Yeah.
So he's there to take out your big Russian walkers, your American pounders, your KV-47s for the Soviet SSUs.
Yeah.
So he's a get in, kill the big thing on the table, and then try not to die. He has two sets of missiles, so he gets two shots, and then he's out of ammo. And then he really goes into the ground assault, taking troops using the machine guns that he's got on the plane.
So it comes loaded out with machine guns, so it's going to be effective against troops.
Yep.
And then you have the options of either the lasers or the missiles then to decide.
Exactly,
right, okay. And this is their Blitz.
Yeah.
Here, now, it's got... what kind of weaponry has it got?
He's got the two lasers. So he is designed to sustain on the battlefield. Lasers in Dust work in a fairly unique way. What you do is you roll to hit. Any hit you get, you roll again. If you hit again, you roll again. If you hit again, you roll again. So
exploding...
It's not exploding. It's representing the lasers just burning and drilling through.
Continuing. Right.
That kind of pulse lasering effect. So this guy is very, very capable of taking out anything on the battlefield.
Yeah.
With the amount of dice he can roll, he becomes definitely a tank killer and a very good heavy troop killer as well. Yeah. And he's got lasers, so he looks cool.
Now, that's only two of the cards. What are the other options?
What we've also got in there as well, we've got a hero in the box.
So let me get this hero out. So, and I'll just quickly assemble that. It's just a matter of popping the head in.
Yep.
So here we have the hero. Okay.
So this is Klaus von Richtofen.
Hello, Klaus.
So, he's a descendant from the famous Baron von Richtofen. And he has a few special skills. Yeah. So he has, he's what's called a pilot. And he's a pilot of planes. So any plane he can get into and use his pilot special rules. He also has a laser meister, which means he's a master of lasers, basically. And he also carries a laser pistol. So if you don't want to put him in a plane, you can certainly have him walking around on the tabletop just as an individual figure. He can go into units as well. Or you can have him flying his plane.
Yeah.
And then his plane, it's exactly the same as the Blitz, but it just has a natty colour scheme.
Yep.
Which is the beautiful red, as we know from the von Richtovens.
Yeah.
But with a really nice skull on it as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to emulate and paint that, that'll be an awesome painting project.
So what about movement of these? Are they quick on the battlefield, or?
Yeah, most units and most walkers will have one action. So that means they basically they can move one or shoot with their actions. The planes have 3.
Yeah.
So that means they can move 3 squares. They can move, shoot, move. Planes always have to move. Otherwise, they fall out of the sky. Funnily enough, so movement is always one of the things they have to do.
So they could shoot, move, shoot, move, or move, shoot, or move.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Way we've played it is always you do 2 move and 1 shoot because you don't want to be in a position where you are going to find your plane exposed.
Yeah.
As strong as they are on the battlefield, they are, once you start putting anti-air into them, they are going to disintegrate very quickly. So they really are a surgical weapon.
Yeah.
They don't follow the normal deployment rules, so they don't have to fit in the deployment setups. They can come anywhere on the table. So they definitely have the benefits of being a later activated card in your army, rather than being the first thing you put on the table. I generally keep it on, once he's got his anti-air on, and once he's played his anti-air, then I'm bringing it on to take out that roll. Then that gives me free roll over the battlefield. If he has no anti-air or has lots of it, you have to be a bit, bit more subtle and a bit more clever with how you're placing it and how you're using it,
and prepare for taking some damage. Right.
Yeah.
We happen to have 2 others of these
that
I want to show you. So it's and these are just stunning. See, here we have, we've talked about how you can just use these as they are, as it comes out of the box. But here's an example of what it will look like when you go to actually paint it. And the sky's the limit, guys. It really is. We have an absolutely beautiful paint scheme on this. So let me see if we can get it under the close cam so as you can see it. So there's lots of different weathering options there for the jet intakes and outlets. You can weather around the actual machine guns as well. It's just stunning. And this is our Red Baron type one here, and there you can see the skull that's been put on the top of that. I love this kind of stippled camouflage effect.
It's lovely.
It's so nice. So
I'm definitely going to steal that one myself.
Yeah, it just looks so nice. So, guys, there you have it. That is der Blitz for Dust Tactics.
Good.